My name is Norman Harold Haynes Jr., although many of you may know me better as Poss. And in case you're wondering, what you just heard was a 1951 rendition of the Salem High School Loyalty, performed by the Salem High School Band, cheerleaders, and members of the student body for the Campus Caravan radio show, which was very popular back in that time. I wrote the music for the Loyalty, and Margaret Jane Stormy Stormont penned the lyrics. I'm sure many of you are quite familiar with it, as it is played at sporting events, rallies, and other school events still today. I was born in Salem to Norman Howard Haynes Sr. and Rada Wilson Haynes. And we lived on North Broadway, about 4 blocks north of the City Hall. I went to school in Salem, played percussion in both the grade school and the high school band, and was honored to have been selected as the drum major for the Salem High School marching band. I graduated from Salem High School in 1935, went on to Millikan University in Decatur to pursue my degree in music. And while I was there, I played in both the band and the orchestra. While I was also there, I met the love of my life, Tilly Jane Stoll of Decatur. And after graduation, we were married on July 17th, 1940. We lived in Decatur for a while, where I worked for the Illinois Music Project, and our son Michael was born there in 1941. In 1940, in order to perform my patriotic duty, I registered for the draft, and as a result of my music background, I was selected to be a staff member of the U.S. Navy School of Music in Washington, D.C. While I was there, I was also a member of the United States Navy Band, which was truly an honor. After my service ended in 1942, Tilly and I decided to move back to my hometown of Salem, where I accepted a position as the Salem High School band director in the building now known as the Community Center. After 2 years of teaching, I decided to go back to school to get my master's degree at Illinois Wesleyan University. And fortunately for me, the high school filled my band director position with temporary band directors until I returned in 1946. And by the fall of 1946, I was back in the band room. Later that same year, our daughter, B.B. Haynes, was born. In 1951, the new Salem High School was completed, which is the current high school. So we moved our growing band of 87 students to the new band room under the north bleachers of the B.E. Gum Gymnasium, to a room now known as the weight room. To say that it was cramped would be an understatement. Especially as over the years the band more than doubled in size. But we made the most of the situation, the best of the situation, although at times it seems that most of the band members were sitting on each other's laps. If you've not seen the weight room, and you get a chance to stick your head in the door, take a look at the size of the room and visualize it with 180 band students, their instruments, their chairs, their music stands and their music, and all playing at the same time. It was quite an experience. In 1952, I created what came to be known as the annual Salem High School Band Variety Show. It featured the concert band, the dance band, stage band, vocals, instrumentalists, and other acts such as comedians and magicians. You had to audition if you wanted to be in the variety show, and for the Thursday afternoon dress rehearsal, they would bus all of the grade school students from all the schools in the county, along with the students from the junior high, into the gymnasium for the dress rehearsal performance. The band variety show was very popular, and it was not unusual for them to sell out the gymnasium for both the Friday and Saturday night performances, which is an amazing feat when you consider the size of Salem. The last band variety show was held in 1987, although a couple of years ago, they held another band variety show. Some of the band alumni got together with some of the others from the high school, and had a band variety show in conjunction with the all-class reunion. They were able to bring back a number of the original acts that had performed over the years, along with a number of the original masters of ceremony. And I understand it was an excellent event. It is also my understanding that there is planning in the works to have another band variety show in conjunction with the next all-class reunion sometime next year. By 1954, the band was performing in over 40 events during the school year. These included marching for football games, playing concerts, parades, band competitions, and in 1957 we created the world-famous Wild Cadets, which was an all-girl dance and drill team, and they've been a part of the high school band ever since. During this time, the band continued to perform concerts. In the summer, they would perform in the park. They played for the Soldiers and Sailors Reunion and Marion County Fair. And I orchestrated a biannual summer band trip for the band to show them other parts of the country. Some of the trips we took were to Washington, D.C., Nassau, Bahamas, Daytona Beach, Winnipeg, Canada, Mexico City, and Colorado Springs. And by 1965, we had conducted 9 concert tours around the United States and performed two halftime shows for the St. Louis Football Cardinals. In 1970, I decided after 25 years of teaching, it was time to retire. But I delayed my retirement for a year because the band director at the junior high had recently departed, and there wasn't enough time to hire another band director before the beginning of the school year. So my last year was as the band director for the Salem Junior High, and I finally retired in the spring of 1971 at the age of 53. After retirement, the city awarded me the Outstanding Salem Citizen of the Year Award, and the new high school band room was completed in 1971, and it was named Haynes Hall in my honor. It is interesting to note that both of my children, Michael and Bibi, both played instruments in both the grade school and the high school band. Bibi played the flute, and Michael played percussion. He went on to SIU at Carbondale, majored in music, and graduated after graduation in 1965, worked for a year in the Sandoval School District, and then took a job at SIU Carbondale with the band after a year at Sandoval. He eventually became the director of bands at SIU Carbondale and the band director of the SIU Marching Salukis. He stayed with the band program until he retired in 2005 and remained active with the marching band until he passed away in 2022 at the age of 80. Tilly and I continued to live in Salem on North College in a house that we had there until I passed away on June 4th, 1977 at Salem Hospital of a heart attack at age 59 with Tilly, family, and friends at my side. Tilly continued to live in Salem until she passed away in 2005 at the age of 89. So, you might be wondering how I got the nickname of Poss. Well, you've all heard of playing possum. Well, I have a family member who believes that my parents gave me that nickname when I was a boy because I was such a deep, sound sleeper like a possum. So in closing, I want to thank you all for coming out this evening, learning a little bit about my life and career here in Salem, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.